Hello there. Welcome to episode 1 of my tutorial series for the Coral Forest biome. We're going to play over the course of 3 to 4 or 5 episodes, one matchup here, while I'm going to introduce the difficulties and challenges of this place, and hopefully we're going to rack in a victory. I'm playing this next to the Corrosive Torrent World Map Modifier, which will be an interesting challenge as we cannot rely on just destroying things to get our material back. Anyways, the Coral Forest's special trademark is that you have 3 different types of trees that yield all different types of materials, and this biome also features a relatively low wood density. As a benefit from all these downsides, we get a really decent chance of double yields for hostility. And this is pretty powerful as it makes every one of your industries potentially more productive. Right. So we're also going to play this on Prestige 2 because I feel like it. In the previous series we were hanging out on Prestige 1, but I'm pretty sure we can do with just a little bit longer storms. So we're picking up the embarkation bonuses. I'm going to go for some extra wood here, goes a long way, and we're going to take lots of extra food. When it comes down to caravans here, we have a mono caravan with lizards and extra villagers, or a duo with humans and lizards. In this one, the humans are the real highlight there, because everything else here ain't that good. A real big specialty about the trees here is that they yield crystallized dew directly, and therefore the 10 bars aren't as much as they are in other biomes. Here, though, we get 10 people to start with and 40 pieces of food. We're going to take that crate. We also have lots of extra food in there and villagers extra, so a grand total of 13 people. That should be an amazing start. So let's get going. All right. There we go. We got the slower impatience growth in the drizzle. We had that before in the previous series. So, mine penalties during the storm. That's a really nasty one, as mining can be really powerful. Fog. We got slower work for people that have no housing. We got oil tax. And we got... So... people taking breaks more often if they aren't under the influence of 2 different services. So, yeah, that means storms will be highly unproductive. But that is okay. So the storm season will be 100% longer. That is really not that much of a big deal. In all honesty, you get used to it relatively quickly, I think. Okay, so we are going to go here over our basics after we have taken some orientation and have taken a look on the trees. So there's the plate leaf tree, which is a plant fiber and wood thing. The mussel sprout tree, which yields food and bars, which is also really interesting. And the red ones are the Crimson Reach trees, which yield stone and incense, which is a full-on ready service material. So you get some really high-end materials here out of the trees, and the downside to that is we have a very low influx of wood. This is something that we can tackle, and we will tackle. It needs you to play a little bit differently than you usually do, and I'm going to guide you through the process step by step, as usual. So we're going to go and set up the woodcutter camps, and with this amount of workers, say, did I now? Oh no, I did take the wrong caravan. Well, whoopsie. Major whoopsie. Ah, well, okay. It is as it is now. I can't change it. whatever. Let's make the best out of it. The extra crystallized dew might come in handy, and we got the humans right away. That is really, really sad. I was so sure I clicked it. Anyways, not that much of a big deal. So, full setup here. And we're going to take a quick strike into the glade, as I really want to know where we are going to go to first. So with 10 people, we need a grand total of 4 houses. And let's see what the draft yields. So the plantation, well, berries and plant fiber, not too bad. But the carpenter is also really, really daunting. I think here I don't even take a second thought and pick up the carpenter, as this guy is one of the buildings that I personally find very, very important. There's the Druid's Hut versus the Press. These two will be competing, but I think we're going to go for the Press, as someplace where you can produce oil is massively important. And the incense ain't as important on this map. So basically here we have flour competing with coats, basically. So I think if I take it like that, I'm going to pick the coats. And this one, well, kind of a tragedy. We can take the leather worker for the fabric, but I want to know if there is fertile soil behind that barrier or not. If there is fertile soil, I am actually willing to re-roll this. So, there we go. We got a Fishman Cave, which is, wow, pretty much a worst case scenario. Ouch! So, yeah, what's going to happen here? So we spawn Fishman Totems, and we gain Impatience points. That is really harmless. So this is our first task. So let's see. We are going to chase them away and get that effect. Or we go to pay a lot of money and we gain a lot of food back. Well, we invest a low amount of food to get a lot of food. That's interesting enough. What do we have here? A haunted druid's hut? Well, shucks that we have drafted one. But it is as it is now. And, well, definitely gonna re-roll that one. The leather worker with his fabric is interesting, but here we really would, well, too bad. It would have been very, very cool to have had a farm here at that point, but, well, doesn't come together. It's not the end of the world. We're going to wait this out. I think the bakery will make the run here, as we have already... no, we don't have a flour production, so I drafted not too good here, but we'll see how that'll work out. So, a prayer book. Faster scout workers on per hearth. It's really good. More goods per newcomers. Per hearth level. It's also very interesting. We could also reroll, but in all honesty, I'll just pick up the prayer book, as this is a real good one. I really like that one. Okay. So we could resolve that with stone, which we don't have. We could resolve that with advanced foods, which we don't have. So we really need to... do something about that. That's what I'd call a really unlucky start. But well, it's not that much of a big deal though. I've had way worse. It's just that the pieces aren't coming together right from the get-go. So the biggest issue that I see here is that we don't have a direct source of the material that we need to finish that Danger Glade event. So, clearing glades, complete glade events and deliver building materials. That would yield jerky. That would be a solution. I'm still missing money then, but whatever. Glade event completion. Nah, definitely want that plus on plank production. especially here. And here goes the same. So with that one, we're going to have a very effective production of planks, which is absolutely desirable. So, well, this one doesn't yield enough pie. Dang it. Ah, no. That would have been really good. We got some crates here. They don't have anything inside that we'd need either. So my best bet will be to go for trader in the next year. And we'll have to dock that 1 point of impatience there. But, well, like I said, it's really not that much of a big deal. The worst thing are the Fishman Totem that will spawn. They crank out hostility, and they will need some workers to take care of them. So, yeah, it's going to clutter my base a little bit. But it's very uncomfortable to have a situation like that. Rarely happens, but in a certain way, I am quite happy that it happens, because that means even better opportunity to showcase things. After all, we're here to show things how they work when things go bad, and win nevertheless. Or at least that's how I imagined it. Okay, so we're plotting down the basics now. We're going to have the collector camps here. There we go. And the upgraded hearth is down any moment. And I'd say today we're going to go for an earlier than usual trade post. Because I don't see any chance whatsoever in procuring the necessary materials rightfully, normally, put it however you want to. There we go. We got our first level up here. So, holding down left control again, and giving our dudes something to do. Okay, first storm season will be relatively harmless. That's one thing I can tell already. We are terribly low on wood though, so I'm taking down things a little bit. I think I'm just gonna be employing the lizards into the trapper's camp and see how that goes down. I mean, in a weird way, it hasn't been that bad for us that we haven't picked up the other caravan, as we wouldn't have had a chance to resolve that event with the other caravan as well. So, all in all, we could call it a loss minimization, as we now have the 10 bars and some extra food. Let's try to take something positive out of that. So, I need to relocate my woodcutters another time. This tree here has to go, as it stands in the way of my road. So we don't have much more to do for this year. This one is quite the bother, but, well, it is what it is. We have here a really cool situation where we can open up 2 dangerous glades in a very close succession to one another. I really like that one. And yeah, that Haunted Druid's Hut. Technically, if we'd be cleansing it, it would be the top-notch building, but cleansing these, for one, needs a lot of resource that we don't have, and the hostility that you get in your face when you are working on it is also quite heavy. currently we don't have the necessary material anyway, so it's not really worth to think about it. Okay, let's see how the storm will go. Impatience went up by 1, and that is so far a good thing. But yeah, we're going to get that that negative event in there once. Can't change that. So, oh yeah, it's a chill out storm. As you see there, we don't need to cut back in any way. It's really good. So we're going to start opening up the glade here. The next one, I mean. As I don't see anything speaking against that. We need more territory. We need to know where new things are. We need glade events to complete. So let's do that. It'll kick up the hostility by a level. So that is a little bit of a problem. And as you see here, storm season now is longer than before. Well, I really do hope that we're going to get some way to cleanse away that thing without having to endure it too long. But as you see there, it ain't the end of the world. There's actually not that much happening. Twice? Lol. Alright, we're going to have a lot of impatience issues here, but apart from that, there's a bathhouse to climb, and there is a large encampment to climb, which yields the necessary amber. Let's get going. That's exactly what we need. The extra workers would be really nice, but, well, life is one of the hardest. We have here coal income, so we really do need to do one thing, and that is a trading post. So let's put that bad boy down here. And I'm gonna unemploy one of the woodcutters, because I have no builder. We need a builder, and the lizards are unhappy anyway, so let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Alright, newcomers incoming, so, well, some code and some brick, why not? Yeah, the lizard resolve went down here again because new people mean pressure. But, well, whatever. We got enough housing, and I'm cranking up the population count now directly because I really want to get things done. So, speaking about which, going to put that lizard down there. Okay. So what we need quite desperately right now is a blueprint for some permanent income. And some workers to get our advanced material production going. So let's do both. 10 of each. There we go. Not the worst, not the best. The nastiest part will be when that event here plops open and will hassle us. I really hope that Zork will provide the necessary material to resolve the issues here at hand. I mean, I don't have that many materials to trade in the first place, but... oh, well... it'll surely go down somewhere. Okay, so let's check out our cornerstone. Trade hub. So here we got 1 victory condition once more. Rebellious spirit, I really don't see that this will be that good. And, well... trade up versus protected trade. I'm going to take protected trade here, as hostility reduction for amber sales sounds really, really good. It's one of my favorites. So, provision deliveries. I like that one. I'll take that one. And high standing on trade routes. Traders will arrive quicker. Difficult one. Very difficult one, but I'll take that one anyways, as it is much, much easier to accomplish for us. So that dude has jerky. We need it. We need every little last scrap of it. But as you see here, we are really, really broke. That's horrible, but we need 30 jerky anyways to get anything going. Jeez. It's one of the most chaotic runs that I've seen in a long, long time from me. But yeah, you win some, you lose some. You never really know how things will go down with the dangerous glades, and opening up a dangerous glade that early is always a risk, as you see there. Okay, we're trading in the jerky. Very important at that moment when you buy it, immediately forbid it, because otherwise it's all gonna get just eaten. So we are going to do this as follows. I'm going to resolve that one, as a matter of fact, first, as it has really much better rewards. And if I saw that correctly... Oh no, it's not sea marrow. Well, okay. I thought for a moment we could use the sea marrow to resolve the other one, but anyways. This down here is a lost cause. It'll pop anyways. We can, though, we can, though, stop this one from popping. At least that's my thought here. And at the same time, we really need to provide some of the other materials. But, well, dirty beer would be something. But, well, let's see how many parts would we need to give away. 4. Well, let's see if we can fiddle this up, because that trade would make so much of a big difference for us here. So let's see, the reeds. Hell yeah. Okay. By the power of trading. These parts, they hurt, okay? This really does hurt us a lot. But on the same page, we at least now got the necessary materials to resolve both of these events. Well, sort of. We are still lacking the amber to do the other one, but one thing at a time. One thing at a time. So we resolved the large encampment. Let's wait until that is gone. And then we are gonna start working on this one here. The extra food will come in handy, the extra fuel will come in handy, and especially the scouts pack. That's a really, really good mixture here. These aren't bad either, don't get me wrong, but they aren't as nearly as powerful as, so to speak. So we're going to unemploy 3 woodcutters here to get the fishman totem gone. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but we need to resolve them like that. Here we go. There we go. So that's what happened, and let's see. It won't become worse. That's a real big relief. So let's get our lizards working on that one. And there we go. Corruption reward. Okay. So, we getting there, my friends. And we should be providing some packs of building materials somehow. That would be also a very, very good thing. So let's unemploy 1 trapper. And let's employ that guy over here. So, sadly, we really don't have that many materials available at the very moment. To be precise, none. So we are going to put that guy rather over here. So our wood intake right now is a catastrophe, to put it down simple. But only for a minute, so it won't be that much of a big hassle. And luckily, that thing here will be gone before it can pop. And all of our future scouts will be faster. It's a real big one. We've got a lot of fertile soil available. We're basically just missing a couple of good moments here. But we are also on year 2. So I think we should be not taking things too hard here right now. So, the woodcutters are back on duty. So let's see, where do we want to put them? We got... yeah. We won't be able to do mining during the storm. That might be one thing. But we can mine coal here. And we should. Coal mining is always very, very powerful, in my humble opinion at least. Okay. So not the easiest of starts. I really gotta say. That carpenter is going to be one of the very first buildings that we're going to build now. And we gotta be very careful with the impatience here, as this thing is still ready to explode on us another time, and I'm afraid it might even do so. But, well, it's gonna be fine. We did already do quite some progress on the protected trade cornerstone with all the things that we did. And, well, we can't make the lizards vibe. Sad. But it ain't much of a big deal. Okay, so there ain't much that we can do right now. Luckily, that Glade event here is being worked on. The only bad thing that I can say is that Sahilda, the one that can bring some goods that will resolve this whole mess here, is still not to be seen. I mean, I could call her early, but yeah, is that really a resolution to the problem? I highly doubt it, as a matter of fact. So yeah. Mostly because I ain't got the necessary dime to pay the goods here. But maybe we can change that once we have concluded the Fisherman Cave event. But the problem there is it still requires 2 minutes, so the moment that's gone, the next storm will hit town. So, yeah. There's a high likelihood that this one will trigger a second time on us. Well, luckily it has a relatively mild side effect, so it's quite easy to stomach that. And there goes the carpenter. Brilliant. Now, I could now start making tools, but in all honesty, it is quite unrealistic to assume that we could make enough tools for what we need to. We got 18 pieces. That means we can make 9 processes. That would be 18 pieces of tools, yes. But you know, this is a quite heavy investment, but on the other hand, it would work. We'll see about that in the next year. For now, storm is coming, and I think we will need to unemploy some of our woodcutters. But we'll see about that. Maybe we'll be okay. So, there we go. Yeah, those lizards, they're just tanking it. Amazing little dudes. Okay, so that place has no more work to do. That is quite troublesome. So we're going to include reeds for this purpose. And there's beaver men incoming. Wonderful. So that's finally some good news. We are going to set up another house. That'll make the people go less crazy. And then I really hope that with the next season we're going to be able to just get up some production. Or buy something to resolve this mess here. I mean, the worst part is that we're not even getting in stone. If I'd be putting up a mine here, that would be a solution. Let's do this. The coal will come in handy, as since this biome has no big wood income, there is one cool way to counteract that, and that is to use alternative fuels. That is also the reason why I have drafted the Druid's Hut. In hindsight, We could have done so much better than that, but, well. In hindsight, you're always smarter than before. So, let's set up a bakery here too. And the mines are ready. Brilliant. So we got a ton of workers idle right now. I really dislike that. But what can we do? We got here the food, but we ain't got the amber. So, let's see. Speaking about we got the food, I really want to make some provision packs happen. It is, yeah, it is what it is, but, well. So, rain collectors require parts. We are already low on parts. So, I'd rather not. Okay. So, we're going to get ourselves the full package of woodcutters now. And we're going to work ourselves towards here. I'm going to do this because I am pretty confident that the moral of the lizards won't be breaking down up until before the storm is over. So that's the basic idea behind that. And we might be just putting them down here into the mines to get us some coal up. There we go. Works out just fine. Okay, that's a very, very rickety start, not gonna lie. But we'll see how we can deal with that. Just like I said, the lizard's resolve might have been low, but it ain't much of a big deal. So, these all suck for my current situation. Wonderful moment for a reroll. So, that is pretty good, as we have a place where we can even pluck some herbs. So the small herbalist's camp is going to make the thing here. Farm fields and crop packages. Well, we're going to pick that, because I will have some farm sooner or later. I hope. And let's take that one. Might be unlikely to draft a tavern, but who knows. We'll be getting there. Okay, so let's do one more time. Breach through into the into a dangerous glade, and don't you dare, game, to give me that event one more time. It's pretty nutty when you receive a double slap of the same type of event there. Anyways, time to say goodbye for today, and we're going to continue on the next episode. We're going to be seeing how this all works out, but I'd say we are on a pretty good path. Yes, we get smacked a little bit by impatience hits, but altogether the situation will balance out as we have now a carpenter running, and our production buildings are coming together now. The druid's hut will come online next. And all in all, we will see now our yields increase, and with the next trader, maybe we will have something in town. So, drop me your comments down below, leave me a thumbs up, consider subscribing, check out the description box. There is Discord, there's Twitch, where I stream on Fridays and Sundays on the Middle European time zone evening hours, and there's Patreon, PayPal, and Buy Me a Coffee. I'd be super happy if you'd give them a look, and also check out my channel membership system, which allows you to pre-browse all the things that I have scheduled for release. I would be super happy if you check them out. Thanks for everybody who's supporting the channel, and thanks for watching this video up until the very end. Let's see how we can make a victory out of this mess in the next episode. Bye bye!